So there's finally a verdict for the Johnny Somali case, and I honestly fell out of it. Mostly only because I heard like so many conflicting things. I remember hearing, oh, he's gonna get 12 years, which it's like a fool's wish, I think, or he's gonna get 4 years. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of like jaded, I guess. I feel like I don't trust that he's actually gonna get that long, and I'm assuming we're gonna know right now.
All right, today is the big day. Johnny Somali's sentencing is about to be handed out. T minus 1 hour as of
A
me
bit
making
late
this
to this
video,
as
so I
well,
don't even
so
know what the outcome is right now. So you're seeing me all kind of bubbly and excited because he could be facing many years in jail, which he rightfully deserves. I have made numerous videos talking about this degenerate plague that has
mm-hmm.
swept across the globe, going on this intergalactic tour of knuckle sandwich consumption where he goes and he harasses people, spreads misery, and then eventually gets his ass beat. When
Well, it's not just that he harasses people, but he also like insults the country. And honestly, like if he gets let loose really early, like I think what's um the other nuisance streamer, the one that just went to the other place, what was his name? Let me check. Nuisance streamer. Philippines, right? Yeah, Vitali. Didn't he just, yeah, Vitali release? Didn't he just get released? Yeah. So, like, I feel like the
he was in
punishment
South
just isn't
Korea,
strong
things
enough
got
for
a
like people
little
who
more out
commit
of control than normal. He went full blown
like
fucking insano style. He went
being
Cro
nuisances
Magnon brain
towards
and
like other
just committing
countries, and it
crimes and
just
then even doubling.
and this only just promotes people who are like watching nuisance streamers to just like reenact the same thing and just like make it more miserable. I think like there's like at least a handful, but
Down to commit further crimes after being shown
I feel
leniency
like
and
it
insulting them
all
for
started
being
like
nice
when
about it and
IRL
not
streaming
instantly
got
throwing them in the
popular.
slammer. He then repaid that generosity by doing more crimes and more unforgivable degeneracy,
I didn't even hear what you just said right there.
further crimes after being shown leniency and
Oh, just
insulting
for the
them for
Japanese,
being
right?
nice about it and not instantly throwing them in the slammer. He then repaid that generosity by doing more crimes and more unforgivable degeneracy, and all this for the sake of his dog shit content. He's a live streamer and his whole thing is just go around and be a nuisance.
The Japanese really, I feel like them releasing him and giving him like not a strong like repercussion. Like you know how like Japan says like 99% crime rate. This like I don't know. This completely rubs me the wrong way, but I feel like that's just an insult to that statistic. It just makes me believe Johnny Somali got away with it very easily. Like it wasn't even a
In South
problem for him.
Korea, they weren't having it after he was terrorizing them for quite some time. Citizens even took it upon themselves to just beat him up whenever they saw him. They even had like a live Johnny Somali tracker. They literally had like a Modern
Oh
Warfare
yeah, yeah, yeah.
2 UAV online tracking this guy's movements
Like
so that way when he
they
was
started
outside,
using him
they
as a
could just
punching
punch him.
bag.
But
Yeah.
clobbering Johnny Somali must be more addicting than heroin because people couldn't stop after just one. It's like a Lay's potato chip. You can't just have one. So they end up just
It's because the Korean government didn't provide like a proper like like when people don't get what they want, they just like get pushed to like 11. They don't feel like they can't hold themselves back because like they see someone causing all this trouble and disrupting like an ordinary Joe's like life, like being quite literally a problem, and then like and they're getting away with it, and they don't want to let Johnny get away with it, so they just take it up on their own hands. and they just like start harassing, quote unquote harassing Johnny Somali, whether you think it's like justified or not. I feel like that's how people viewed it.
Just kind of wailing on him because he is a complete defenseless little fucking worm who starts all of these fights, instigates all of these fights, and loses every single one of them without ever even getting a blow in there. He just gets knocked.
He's like that kid who surrounds himself with the security guards. That person. I'm like completely out of the loop, so I kind of forgot everything. But yeah, I kind of removed myself from like watching all like the situation. But hearing that reminds me of
Out,
like
knocked on his
the
ass,
kid
goes
who
into the
like
fetal
always
position. Like he's more
like
familiar with the fetal position
who
than
doesn't
he is
like
on his own two
who
legs.
engages
So anyway,
confrontation but doesn't
he started getting beat
like
up. He kept committing crimes over and over again,
like
and then
yeah.
finally had his day in court, believing with his full chest that he wasn't going to be punished, that he wasn't going to jail, so he didn't take it seriously.
Is he gonna be
He'd
punished though?
get drunk the night before, blackout drunk. He'd show up and make a mockery of the court. But slowly but surely,
Is
the
it not
reality
gonna be a
started to set
mockery?
in that he might be spending years of his life behind bars
That's
in
what I was
South
hoping.
Korea. All for his terrible live streams that no one actually even supported him on. He doesn't have any like actual fans. He has people that tune in to watch him ruin his life.
His fans, his quote unquote, he does have fans. Some people who actually like legitimately defend him, but he also have like instigators, like people who like say like, you know, like play like dictator songs or something like that, or like you know, like try to like
For their entertainment.
cause
So
like
his
more of an
life is
issue.
completely pathetic. Like, no matter how you spin it, he lives probably one of the most pathetic lives you could possibly envision. My heart breaks for his parents that had to raise him
They
into
denounced
whatever
him,
he
if I
became. Because I don't
remember.
even know if it's their fault. I think he just got poisoned somewhere along the way with like clout and the other shit that he saw online, and then decided he wanted to be like the worst of the worst.
If it works, then because it worked in Japan, so and then he got away with it in another country, so it technically does work, and like bad publicity, I guess, is still publicity to him, and he doesn't mind just like being the punching bag so long as he gets like people viewing him.
I couldn't tell you, but anyway, he is about to be handed out his sentencing after all of the crimes for which didn't go so well for him, didn't go swimmingly in court like he thought they would. And now we're about to
He
find
had
out
to
his
admit to a
sentencing.
lot of it,
We're going to see how long he's going to be in
if
jail
not all,
for.
I think.
I can't wait. Next clip you see will be after I learn what got passed down here in the judgment.
My verdict is 2 years. 2 years because I don't believe in the Korean justice system is gonna it's probably gonna be like the Japanese. It's probably just gonna be very lenient terms. So I'm gonna say 2 years at very most.
This is one of those standing ovation type moments, sports fans. He's
I
going to
mean,
jail.
I mean, he was gonna go to jail regardless. He was. I don't think he was gonna be let loose because a lot of eyes were starting to watch him, and it was impossible for him not to be avoided at that point. So I think he was gonna go to jail regardless. But
Jail.
how long?
Yep, he has just been sentenced to prison with labor.
That's good.
It's still so fresh right now that I don't know the duration. The news is still trickling in, but it did not go well. He was found guilty on all charges, including the deep fakes, which is
Alright.
one that he pled not guilty to. The others weren't really a surprise or anything, but they came in there and fucking slapped him around in there, it sounds like. I'm very curious to see what the duration is for his prison sentence. But
2 years is what I'm hoping for at the very minimum. But honestly, like even then, I don't think 2 years is enough. I mean, like he made Korea a complete mockery, just like he did in Japan. So, like, you're willing to give him that much of a leniency? I don't know. 2 years is what I'm assuming.
But probably not the result he was hoping for. I just have a hunch. Apparently, he has the opportunity to appeal within a week, which
Why?
I assume this slimy douchebag
He will.
will.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking a guess. I'm not his lawyer or anything, but
Why
I'm
would he not appeal if he could make it even shorter or something like that?
assuming it's going to be a desperate claw to try and get some kind of
It's just
leniency,
that
which
the lawyer
he
he
has
had must
already
have
shown
been
numerous
given a
times he
bad hand or
washes his
something.
ass with
I mean,
leniency and will never actually learn his lesson.
Johnny
When he
Somali is
did this
much of
shit
a black as
in
you
Japan
could
showed him
expect.
mercy. He
Just got bad
insulted them
kicked
for it,
out
and then
or
when
bad
he
luck.
left Japan, he continued to insult them and then continued doing the exact same uh, public disturbances and like the harassment and the
Mm-hmm.
crimes and shit he continued to do after they showed him some leniency.
And after what Johnny Somali did, there was a string of people who did the IRL vlogging and they just didn't care about the Japanese custom. And it's to the point where I believe like Japan is like very much sick of it because once like Johnny Somali was able to do all of his like being able to be a menace in that country and people saw like it generates views and people like are entertained by this and like in the broader spectrum it's not really that big of a deal so they they follow in not his footstep but they follow in like being a nuisance as a footstep.
So I hope that he is not granted any leniency here in his case
So
in
4 years.
Korea. It doesn't seem like he is because he has now formally been sentenced to prison with labor, and I am
The
salivating. I
labor
am
part is
sat
what
in my
I
seat like it's
enjoy.
the fucking
So he's gonna be like doing like manual labor. I wonder what that's gonna be though.
Super Bowl, just waiting, watching on bated breath to see how long he is going to jail for. Because with all of the charges and all of the crimes that he has been found guilty for, this could be many years. Like, it could potentially be a large chunk of his life spent behind.
Really? Is that really? Is that is that like that'd be a birthday wish or something? But honestly, if it's like Japan, I do not suspect, and if it's like Vitali's case, I do not suspect it's gonna be that long.
Bars in South Korea now, all from his obsession with clout through being a live stream asshole, a public nuisance streamer. He dedicated his life to just making everyone else's life around him miserable for his content, and now it's finally looking like justice is being served. So, I'm still waiting to see how long he will be spending in prison. Oh, I forgot to mention another component here. Not only will he be going to prison with labor for however long he'll be spending there, he is also now being registered as an offender.
Oh,
Now, I
that's
was
good.
trying to read up on that, but I'm not entirely sure what that means exactly, if that's like a separate designation for Johnny
So
Somali
I'm
in
guessing he's just gonna be like labeled as like someone like like a red flag on his head, something like that. What does offender mean? Labeled offender in Korea. I don't think that's what they meant. No, I don't think. This is. Oh, he's labeled as a sex offender. Is this it? Mm, I mean, yeah, this was like the biggest issue. The him kissing the Statue of Peace and doing like weird bullshit. That's like that's what I mean. If they don't give him oh I think I just spoiled myself. So 6 months, huh? Really? 6 months? 6 months? Really? that little though. Okay, so he did get away with it. In my mind, he got away with it. If I was him, I'd do this again in a different country. Again. Like one that he could like completely make a mockery of himself. He could do it again, Dan.
In the prison itself. If it is, I imagine that will
Six
make all
months?
the prisoners in there hate him as well, and I imagine he will be finding himself in an all too familiar situation of getting his ass beaten in there too, which maybe that's what he prefers. He's probably become so used to his face
That's
being
just
bruised and
disappointing.
swollen and bloody that it
So
probably
yeah, I think
feels weird that he hasn't had
he
his
got
nose
off really
caved in
well.
the last like year that this has been going on. So he's probably looking forward to that experience again. It's probably what he cherishes most because that's what he's dedicated his life to: instigating fights, being hated, being a punching bag for everyone. All right, I've seen one Korean article that is claiming that Somali has been sentenced to 6 months in
That's
prison with
disappointing.
labor.
Yeah.
The details aren't fully confirmed. It's right now just
Not even
one
years. Not
article right
even
now.
my
Now,
estimation
from
of
what I
two
was
years.
reading, they recommended 3 years in prison with labor as well as a fine. Now, as of now, it's
Time
not
goes
fully
by really
confirmed, but
fast
if that
recently, so six
is
months was literally
the real
nothing.
sentencing, I would be kind of surprised because they found him guilty on all of the charges.
Exactly.
Like,
So
serious
him
one.
making a mockery out of the Statue of Peace and like all of that situation, making a fool out of himself in like the public, and you know, being like complete trouble towards other people, it's completely okay apparently. Is like the 6 month is not, even with labor, is not.
Ones. Charges that, according to the law, could carry many years worth of jail. And
It's
the
because he's a
recommendation was
foreigner, I
three
think.
years. So I thought, like, okay, maybe they won't do the full 3 years, but it'd be like a year or something.
Not
But
not even a
not
year.
even that. 6 months. I bet Johnny Somali thinks that he's getting off with a
That's like
W.
half a year.
And according to people that were there, he wasn't like remorseful and actually seemed pretty.
What? Well, I wouldn't be remorseful either if I knew I could get away with it. So he knows he could get away with it. He knows that he's not gonna be in trouble. So yeah, I guess that's just that. GG.
optimistic about it, like when they're putting him in handcuffs. So maybe it really is 6 months. And again, to him, I don't think that's enough. Like he's not going
GG.
to learn his lesson
GG.
or anything when he gets out. I imagine
He's
he's
gonna
gonna
make
go
more
right
trouble.
back to this shit in
Yeah,
another country.
that's what
That's
I would
what
do.
he does.
That's
He's
what I
already
would do if I
proven
was
that. He
him.
spent 3 months
Make
in
more
a
money.
Japanese jail,
Make more
and
issues.
then the second
Even
that
if he
he got
didn't make
out,
money
he's
from the Korea, but he got a lot of people who were looking at him. He's like a attention seeker, and he got a lot of people viewing him. People wanted to get, like, he's like a rage baiter. He pushed people so far, and that's what he enjoys. He enjoys making trouble for them, and he
started
got what he
insulting
wanted.
Japan, giving them the
Six
middle
months.
finger, saying "fuck you," all that kind of
Yep.
thing, saying that they're weak, and just
The
went to
the convenience store incident one. Guess that's okay. Being a complete menace to people who are just working, I guess.
South
Wow.
Korea and started doing all of it all over again, even more so, going even more hog wild. So 6 months isn't that much more. I don't think that's going to change him. I'm very
That won't.
surprised if they really did take it that easy on him. Again, it's not fully
They
confirmed
did
yet.
take it
I'm
that
gonna keep
easy.
waiting for more to come in, but that is looking like what the ruling is. All right, more news has now settled. It is indeed a 6 month sentence,
Mm,
pending appeals from both sides here. So
that's
could be
disappointing.
more, could be
I
less.
guess
I
that's
imagine it'll probably stay at 6 months.
I guess that's just
Another tidbit
that's
is
what
that he
it is.
does have that sex offender status now for 5 years. So he's got 6 months.
That sex offender status does not matter if he doesn't go back to South Korea. And it still wouldn't matter because he doesn't really like, he's not working there technically. He's just like causing trouble, causing problems. So it practically, it's like it's just that you know that he's gonna be there. like I guess like he won't be able to go back to South Korea anytime soon because of that, but still, it's not gonna stop like him from going to another country and doing that trouble. Like if they kept him there, it would have been a lot better for other countries to not have to involve him anymore, to not have to be involved with him anymore.
In jail in the slammer with labor and will be a registered sex offender for 5 years in South
He
Korea,
didn't
as I
even have to
understand it,
steal
according to
it
the
like the
articles I
issues
read.
he caused.
So it's still a W that he's going to jail,
Eh,
but I don't really think that this punishment is going to do anything to
nah,
make him stop doing this shit. I think his behavior will continue the second he's
it
out.
will.
Like I said, he already spent 3 months in a jail in Japan. And then the second he got out, fucking Pandora's box was opened once again. He went right back to the same content and then some. 6 months, it's not the biggest difference. So I really do think that he is probably cheering. He is probably pumping his fist, celebrating that they went so far under the recommended sentencing of 3 years. But it is what it is. It is still, at the end of the day, good that Johnny Somali is going to jail at all. That's great
He
news.
should
So
collab with
that'll be
Vitaly.
6
That's
months
what he
with
should do.
Johnny Somali in the slammer.
Wow.
Anyway, that's really about it.